They call him Seatin, the man of legends.
Hello ladies and gents, it's Seatin here. Welcome to a video on Shadow from the Beyond. Now Shadow from the Beyond is a new Chronicle that comes in at level 65 in the new Rift expansion Nightmare Tide. Now this Chronicle is a solo one, so it's kind of like the Rift 3.0 equivalent of a Hero Rises. So today we're going to have a bit of a play through it, see all the exciting stuff it has to offer, and just generally have a good time. So the Chronicle starts at the Octus Monastery, which is a zone in the Tarkin Glacier, and we have to talk to this Pelagic Greeter. Am I late for the celebration? I don't know, am I? They've already started the celebration, but don't worry, there's plenty of food and spirits for everyone. So what do I need to do now? So I need to talk to this guy. Apparently it's an optional though. This all for me? This guy, I really like the look of this guy. So he's called Condrorm. He looks very much like the Ice King out of Adventure Time, but kind of a bit more darker version. I like it a lot. So apparently there's a falling star in the distance. It must be an omen for what's to come. By gods, I think it's coming straight at us. Well, it just absolutely wrecked a load of people, and we need to deal with all of these bloodfire pincers. So what has happened? Some portals have opened up. All these kind of bloodfire crabs have come through. They're certainly not letting up. So let's try and take down a few of them now. Got to kill 18 of these in total. Already butchered half that amount. Fairly easy to deal with, nothing too special here. There's just a sheer large amount of them that could be problematic for new players, but then again they aren't hitting very hard at all. But just as a reminder guys, this is alpha, so a lot of the health and damage values are kind of work in progress. I mean, these feel a bit too easy at the moment. Just absolutely butchered our way through them. Okay, so now that we've got all of these down, so we're under attack, everyone get to safety. What's going to happen next? So another meteor coming down, and Grumdon. So it's the old Prince Caliban from Imperium Core, revamped into a slightly darker and more fiery ape. Okay, let's see what this guy does then. So he's essentially a massive gorilla. Can we CC him? Okay, so he's got pulverized, so similar to what he does in the old Imperium Core. Any other mechanics you have? So this guy only has about 624k health, which I think is pretty easy. Oh, that Infernal Breath really hurts. So probably want to stay fairly close to him, or maybe not actually. Drums of Doom. So he's pounding the ground there. You have to get out for that, or I assume you will be pounded, and not in the good way. Impossible, how did you defeat me? It was with mad skills, my friend. Skills that I've obtained over years of playing MMORPGs and denying my skin the sunlight it needs. Quintaris, okay, what are we doing? So we need to, something is disturbing the prison below, so we need to go have a look down there. I think we just jump down. And in this icy crater is, we actually did this on the live stream yesterday, and it was really fun. So there's a little pedestal down here, and let's activate it. And now this thing is called an Oculon, but I think it really looks like a Starmie or Starmite out of Pokemon. It just looks bloody brilliant. I really like the graphic for it. Just reminds me, it's unparalleled to the Pokemon. It just looks so similar. So this is the next boss, a rather angry red giant called Thrawn. Again, you know, that's not a new model, but still it does look pretty cool with the old red fiery bloodstorm tint over it. So let's see what this guy does then. So this is actually, this Chronicle, I mean, it's totally intended for fresh 65 players. So the general difficulty for this is to be really easy. You know, it's not something that's going to be like a challenge or you're going to have to progress too much on. It's just like, oh, I've got to level 65. I want to show that I can avoid AoE. What do I do? And then people can join the Chronicle. So he's got a nice ground pound there. which typically giants like that have. He has Call of Fire, which I believe summons a fiery tornado somewhere, but he went down too fast to see that. Got some boots there. Let's have a look at those. So they are actually pretty decent. I think, yeah, let's have a look at my live boots. So my live boots for tanking, do I have them anywhere at all? I do, yes. So those are tier 1 boots, and they are vastly better than that. So that's kind of tier 2, bordering on tier 3 gear that's dropping from the Chronicle, if you want to compare it to sort of the current tier of content that we have. Okay, so we need to try and disable this explosive Oculon by giving it somehow more power. Starmie is just getting even larger and more vicious. I think we just interrupted that with the auto attack. Let's go back on again. And wow, it really is getting quite intimidating now. Channel the last one, and hopefully that we can save this from exploding. Some very realistic crying sounds going on there. Certainly convincing me. Okay, so we have handled the situation down here. The Oculon is disabled. Thrawn and the giant monkey dude are dead. So where are we going now? We're going on to the rank outpost. Which, by the way guys, this is a sea sponge. In 3.0, you will travel a lot by sea sponge. They are basically giant catapulting sponges that transport you to various locations. Like this one, you know, it's flinging me halfway across the map towards the glacier, which the second part of the Chronicle takes place. So let's mount up. Now, this section initially starts with me having to save some of my Skelf brothers who are trying to defend off the hordes of the Bloodfire invaders. Let's run around and dot stuff up. It's always a good way to go. So just dots galore everywhere. There we go, Bloodfire pincers, and then once we've got this base a bit more under control, then they will come and help us push on to the next part of the Chronicle. Okay, so the camp has been secured then. Let's talk to Kavalar about what to do next. What happened here? So, they were setting up a defensive outpost, just in case the Frengar decided to return. A star fell from the heavens, the same one that we saw earlier, and then all hell broke loose as fire rained from the sky. Whatever is going on, the answer lies in the Tenebrian crater. Let's head over there then. So make my way to the Tenebrian crater. Now what you can do is you can sort of, you know, for bonus rewards you can sort of fight all the people here, but I think just for the moment we'll probably skip doing that. Actually, we might take one or two of them down just so I can show you the amazing meteor shower. So what happens is while you're going through this zone, like, meteors are falling from the sky and will spawn fiery circles of AoE doom and do deal large amounts of damage if you get hit by them. And I think this is brilliant. It's so good and makes this Chronicle just have an amazing atmosphere. You'll see there are fiery craters where they were left, and if you stand in them you take, well, quite a crap ton of damage. Took 11k for being in that fire for 1 second, so you really do need to move out of those. You can see, though, some of the flamer FX are a bit bug/work in progress, guys, because this is alpha, so a lot of stuff is work in progress and can and will change. Damn it, we got hit by one there. Just quickly heal myself up. So we've got this Pyromancer guy who is the next boss, just killed all 5 of those Skelf. Yet some more conclusive proof that Pyromancer is OP and does need to be nerfed. I hope trying and listening. So let's take this guy down then. His name is Uralin. He is one of the Bloodfire commanders. Let's give him a bit of heavy DPS. So you'll notice he also has 4 Oculon surrounding him. So what they do is they channel like an empower to him, meaning he deals more damage and takes reduced damage. So basically you have to burn them down quite quickly in order to ensure that, you know, he's dealing less damage, and also so you get these healing circles which allow you to basically not die to the heavy damage that he's doing, which will be a lot, well, very difficult for sort of solo players that don't have any self-healing in their build. I mean, the aim for the solo Chronicles is that you can just like bring whatever build and have a bit of success. So now that all the Oculons are down and he's weakened, then we can take him out. Let's use a couple of Bolt of Retributions. This guy's going to get absolutely wrecked. 20%, he's almost down. Just got to make that final push, a couple of Bolt of Judgments, and there you go. I mean, the bosses in this Chronicle, I think even for fresh level 60s, they do need a bit more health, because they don't really feel like decent length boss fights. They kind of need to feel a bit more bossy in that regard, and they have the mechanics. It's just kind of like tuning up the health. Now, the last boss, actually, I agree, is on a decent level of difficulty. So the last boss is called Samek, and uses this lovely winged harpy model that we have up here. Now, she has travelled through the cosmos, and she's somehow in cahoots with the Bloodfire. I'm not entirely sure of the story, but basically, this is a boss where if you screw up, you will die very, very, very quickly, as I practically demonstrated on the live stream yesterday evening. So she has several mechanics. She'll summon rifts, summon ads of herself, do a horrible line of sight. If you stand in the rifts, right, they give you a bit of power up, which provides you with an increased gives you a bit of healing and provides increased damage. Now she's also going to be awakening the Oculons, which are sort of the Starmie in the air throughout the encounter, and those are gradually going to sort of get a bit more chaotic and put laser beams just all over the place. As you can see, they're coming. I'm just staying very, very close to these icy pillars, just due to the fact that this is the one, Cosmic Apocalypse. Now, during this, she channels an Apocalypse for about, I believe it's 5 seconds, and if you are within line of sight of her, you will die in 1 to 2, well, pretty much one hit. I believe it hits for about 50k, so that's enough to one-shot most people. In terms of what gear I'm wearing at the moment, I'm wearing completely fresh level 65 gear, so I'm not stupidly overgearing this, but you know, it does take a bit of precision and getting used to. But luckily I've had the practice, so she should be going down right about now. So she gets weakened, and then we actually don't kill her here. I believe she's going to come back as a later boss. See, one of the things that she mentions, right, which is very interesting, is her final line is, "I may be defeated, but vengeance shall be mine." You all should know this is not how you kill an Ascended. So this boss herself is an Ascended, but what has actually happened to her? How has she gotten to this phase? Those are all very interesting questions, which I hope the story will progress on to sort of answer. Let's have a look at that final piece of loot as well. That's Kugel of Rosh, is a one-handed DPS mace, which I believe is actually better than a lot of the tier 2, maybe tier 3 stuff as well. So that's pretty awesome. Dropping from the final boss, and also obviously those Imperial Slayers marks and Infinity Stones are just a placeholder from the old Chronicle model. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That was a first look at Shadow from the Beyond, the first Chronicle that you'll encounter in the Rift Nightmare Tide expansion and max level. So many questions raised, a really, really fun experience. It does need to be tuned up slightly in my opinion, but it looks good. You know, it's a nice mirror to the Hero Rises for level 65s, and will provide quite a good and enjoyable experience. Thank you once again for watching, boys and girls. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves.